Ladies and gents, that's our
Another
list,
rough one.
and it's our list of best shows, our list of top movies, and our list of what happened with the Z Nation and the we just started talking about it.
It's our list.
I said, yeah, that was on the list, and we brought up another show that everyone likes.
Come on, be honest. It's what you tune in for. You don't tune in for the topic. You want to hear us digress. And we digress like nobody else.
Nobody else.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled. Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
Here with me, and we're going to be talking about the top movies of the year. It can be sci-fi, comic book. We're going to give you our thoughts on what we think are the best. Later on, you can tell us what you think. But right now, this is our thoughts. So once again, I have Petey, I got Cal. Cal, what do you think about the year? What was the most impressive movie or best movie you thought of the year so far?
I don't know. I thought it was a pretty average year, but best film. That's hard.
The top of your list.
Uh,
I'll pass it on to Pete.
yeah,
if you
pass
got
the
it.
Pete.
Oh gosh. Okay, so it's
Tough.
on me.
Oh, you want me? I can answer the question if you want.
You wanna go?
You sure you don't want to?
All right, I'll go. All right, so we have a bunch of movies that are out there. We go from 5. We gotta go 5 down. Damn, we gotta go 5 down. All right, so
Told you, it's tough.
I'm gonna go. So let's say, damn it, I don't want to do this to this movie, but number 5 is gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's all right. No problem. No
Number,
problem.
I think the movie needed a little more rocket in there, and even though it had some fun parts, when it got towards the end, the beginning was good, the middle I wanted more rocket, and then the end was really good. But it was just like, and it had some things because it borrowed from a Fantastic Four story with Ego, that sort of thing. So it had elements of that, and it had some good Baby Groot stuff. But I was looking for a little more, and we already talked about the music. So then the next one, number 4. Oh, how can I do this? How can I say this? I'm putting Thor Ragnarok at number 4.
What? What?
I'm sorry to say it. And I'm saying, both of these movies I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed them, but it was just kind of weird as far as what they did when it got to Ragnarok, and then, the destruction of Asgard, and saying it's just like a planet, so we just destroyed the planet. Ragnarok isn't the end of the 9 realms. Like, yes, it is. So then it's sad to say then Spider-Man's in my middle. Spider-Man's in my middle. It had a lot of stuff I didn't appreciate with Spider-Man having a buddy in the computer system on the costume. Ended strong. The visuals are great. So it's like, and they had some hotties in there. What else? What can I say about it? The Flash, some of the classic Spider-Man stuff it didn't have, I'm going to have an issue with. Then number 2, I cannot believe I'm saying this. I enjoyed, number 2 is Justice League.
Woo-hoo!
And then it was just because it was simple and it wasn't as bad as the other movies, and it didn't go too far losing itself in the movie itself. It says, this is basic thing. We're bringing back Superman. Superman goes away for a little while, then they save everybody. So, and then I liked Ben Affleck a little more in this movie than I liked in the other 2 that they did before, and Suicide Squad. Then Wonder Woman, bad climax, but as far as the movie, I enjoyed the movie. So that's my 5.
That's the
It was tough.
wackest list I've ever heard, people. Okay, I'm gonna give you my list. I'm gonna start from best on down because I can't handle the others. There was clearly only one movie this year, only one movie that's possibly up for an Oscar this year. One movie that pulled at the heartstrings. One movie that showed the power and the grittiness of a character. One movie put out by a studio that may no longer exist. Logan.
Oh my gosh.
How
I'm
could
out.
you
No.
not like Logan?
Oh God.
Only haters of X-Men do not like
I
Logan.
guess I am. Am I a
X-23,
hater?
You know,
of
that
X-Men?
whole father-son relationship, that whole father-daughter relationship, it was an excellent movie overall. That's
Only
what-
haters of Shane could like Logan.
So that's the number 1 movie there.
Very
number
good.
2, because I live at home and I want to continue to live at home, is Wonder Woman. Enough said.
Wait a second, that was terrible. That was not cool. Then you got this guy on your side now. You haven't worked together. They haven't connected on anything in years.
No, it was
And
a
now
decent,
finally.
Months.
it was a decent movie and better, and it had a better narrative flow than most of the others. It made sense, and I kind of liked that. Just the ending, the third act was a problem with me. Number 3. This was a really hard one. But when it came to who was better at playing Guardians of the Galaxy, I think Thor did a better job. And so that's it. But let's go back. Number 3 was actually Homecoming. That was Spider-Man. I loved it. I liked the Spider-Man. I thought it was a decent
Never
movie.
put it in the same spot, so I can't say nothing. I
Okay,
can't complain.
so that was number 3. All right. Number 4 was Thor. I think it did a better job than Guardians of the Galaxy. Tell you the truth, I fell asleep in Guardians of the Galaxy the first time I saw it. I was ashamed. But you know what? After I saw it the second time, I told myself, why did I spend the money? You know what I'm trying to say? It was good, okay, but you know.
You gotta get some of that stuff Big Herd is selling.
Big Herd? What's that?
That's like testosterone pills. That helps you stay awake.
It didn't do it for me. All right, so that's it basically. Oh,
said, was that-
and last, no, I wouldn't even say last.
Last Jedi?
It can't be last.
Last Jedi was it?
Last Jedi is
Last
not in
Jedi
my
was
top
it.
5.
Not
It's
on the
not
list.
not on my top 5. Not in my top 5 at all. I had another movie at the last one, but I guess it's gonna have to be Guardians of the Galaxy in the bottom. You know, but you know. Oh, actually, you know what beat them? Beat that? Beauty and the Beast. Okay.
Okay.
You actually saw that?
Live action Beauty and the Beast.
I saw the movie, and it was more entertaining.
His
than
card is being yanked.
Okay.
Any card he has,
Again, I have to say those
anything
things because I
related
like
to
to
being
go
a
back
guy.
Piece of soul.
Nah, I couldn't go see it. Not when they were talking about making Le Pew gay. I was like, no, thank you. I don't need that.
And what they did, the travesty they did to Luke. Are you serious? You want to talk about someone being gay? Forget about
Hey,
being
I-
gay.
Let's sorry. Let's
Focus
stick
on
to
the
that
character,
debate.
you know
No
what I'm trying to say?
debate. No
Come on.
debate. Let's stick
The
to.
problem is not that. The
let's-
problem is the character written. Who cares if he's a minor character? It doesn't make a difference.
I don't want to see your agenda in the film. Sorry,
There's always an agenda, my friend.
I don't want to see it. You got
All right,
be
let's
slicker
get
than
to your
that.
list. Get to your list.
All right.
All
So,
right.
you want me to help you with the list?
No, I'm good. Mine's gonna be.
Oh, you know what? I totally missed. Justice League beat Guardians of the Galaxy. That's my number
Nope,
5.
you didn't have
Yo,
Justice
no, that was
League
a
on the
mistake, 'cause I
list.
forgot
No,
to-
no,
You didn't
too
even
late,
have
no.
Justice League on the
Justice
list.
League on
If
the
you
list. Oh,
forgot,
too late.
then it's not on your list.
No,
You
because-
blew it.
Oh,
You
man,
blew it.
goddamn.
It's
too
too
late, and we
late.
got it on tape. It's too late.
Oh,
You
man.
totally pushed it
Oh,
out
I
of it.
like Justice League. You know.
And I already said
that
it.
beats
and you-
Thor. And so that pushes Justice League off. That pushes.
You mess up your
Guardians of the
whole list is a mess.
I know,
so
it's a complete mess.
it's like in what's the name? Family
And the
Feud.
funny thing is, I wrote it down. I should have written it down. Should have brought out the thing, but I had to remember from memory. And I was
No, it's those
kinda-
pills like the Big Herd is selling. Those testosterone pills.
my God.
You won't need to write it down.
Cal,
anymore.
let's start with your number 1, Will. Justice League.
No, my number 1 is the Defenders.
That was not a film. What does it say? We didn't say series. If you said series,
You
we
said
can go- We
film.
said film. FILM.
My number 1.
MOVIE.
My number 1 is going to be the Defenders, since I watched it one right after the
No,
other.
no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't
It's
count.
not.
That doesn't count.
Then I'm good. My list is going to be really, really short.
Then hit us with your short list.
Okay, well then top movie was
Logan.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh,
That's good. That's good.
Okay, no, that was good. I can't even call it a reboot, but casting was good. It has the right Spidey moments in it.
Flash
I don't
Thompson
disagree with you about having the friend talking in his ear. Okay.
And the
It's
other
not-
and Ned Leeds. Come on.
I didn't like that
It was on
portion
your list.
at
What are
all.
you complaining about?
I said it was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah,
I
so-
said
Yeah, it was
hey,
enjoyable
him number 1.
Yes.
I don't know about
But
that.
On my list, if I was allowed to say the stuff I wanted, it would be number 3. But I can't say that, so it automatically rises
You
up
got 2
to number
TV
1.
things
All right, so
in
you
your
know what?
list.
So now we did the movies. What about the top TV show? We'll let you start with that then.
You didn't let me
finish
finish.
the
You didn't let me
list.
finish the film.
You said
Let
one
me-
film.
No, I said it's going to be much shorter.
Oh, okay.
He thought that was it.
I thought so too. Logan?
No, Logan's
Justice
not on
League?
my. No, Logan's not on my
What
list.
type of list is this? You don't have Justice League and Logan.
Look, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's it.
Generous. He's very generous.
Thor was more Guardians of the Galaxy than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Thor was more Guardians of the Galaxy, but Thor is still supposed to be Thor.
He is.
Thor is supposed to be Thor.
It was supposed to be Ragnarok.
A tree is supposed to be a tree. It's not supposed to be a car. Now, if I'm driving a tree, that's great.
It's a tree car.
But it's still supposed to be a tree.
Okay, what about the top TV shows or series of the year that you saw that you would recommend people going back to? Just give me 3.
Defenders, Punisher, The Flash.
You.
This is tough, because I was waiting for Krypton to come out. That was my whole
You
reason.
are.
I thought Krypton would be out this year, and I really wanted to see that because that was clearly going to be my top pick for a show. But since it didn't come out, I wonder why.
Yeah, please tune in for the review of that show.
Since it didn't come out, my top shows this year was Punisher. The gory, bloody violence that the damaged human being that Frank is just glorious. I mean, there's nothing else. My number 2 show this year, I've got to say, is Vikings. It just surprised me. Ivar is just the new Ragnar Lothbrok. I mean, plus whatever else you want to say. And number 3, I would say would be, I guess I got to give the Defenders. Defenders was better than I thought it would be,
Well, Nightfall is better right now than Vikings. I'm enjoying that more. But hey,
Okay, so
The
then
last episode of Vikings.
I have Stranger Things is my number
Oh,
1.
man, Stranger Things. Put
Yeah,
that down.
get outta
That's
here.
my number 4.
No, get out of here.
no, your list is done.
Oh,
Then-
man. Gosh, you're closing down my list, man.
Keep forgetting stuff.
You got to take the pills.
So then there's also a show that regretfully got canceled was Dark Matter. That was my other show.
Really?
And yeah, I like that one. And it's been iffy because there's been too many jokey things. But Z Nation, what's the name? As Captain Numerica, they have what's the home? I forget what's her last name in the show, but. We have a Martha Washington on the show,
Yeah.
black
Yes, they
woman with blonde hair, and she has a shield of a of a traffic sign. But it's been iffy, but it's one of my favorite shows.
I enjoyed
How do
Z
you-
Nation all up until this season, and I think when they started off that first episode, the changes were just so drastic for me. I was kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna let this sit, and I'll catch up to it eventually. I don't know if I'm ever gonna catch up to it. But I thought it was an entertaining zombie. It was an entertaining zombie thing. It didn't take itself too seriously,
Yes.
Not serious
and
at
that was
all.
it was a lot of fun. But the last season just. That
It's
first,
a-
it just really took me out of it. Really
Yeah,
took me out of it. Like,
it's-
there's no more story here, and we're just gonna, go this route at this point. I was like, there's really, you guys achieved what you were supposed to, and now we got to find some way to keep this going because the ratings. It can't be. It can never be that. It can never be that.
Well, in this season, there's some points where they go really overly silly, more than they've ever done. Then they have this weird prophecy. But then they have a couple of things where they introduce different areas, and that's what I think they always did well. And they did play those seriously, where they go in this place where it's almost like a challenge every 20 minutes for them, where they set up and they start over into a different challenge. So it's like they had moments, but it's like half and half. Did you watch the season before that one?
Every season.
Oh, but that's the crazy thing. The season before that was like I Am Legend.
Yep.
Like they really said to you, this is what we've been doing. We're doing I Am Legend here because they played out everything that was in Omega Man. I was like, wow. But yeah, those are my 3.
Okay, enough said then.
We could have done so much Z Nation already.
I know.
And Warren, come on.
Well, what also took me out of that first episode is that she had a wig on, and the way that they were shooting it, you could see it was a wig. You could see the hairline. I was just like, does anybody care? I'm like,
No, when they went to the dinner, that's when I didn't care. When they had the outfit they had her in there, I was like, okay.
I wouldn't have cared either, but the shot was like you had to see the hairline before you got to see everything else. I was like, come on. I was like, look, okay, we don't have a lot of money to do the show that we're doing right over here, and we wouldn't make that mistake. Okay, so it just kind of took me out of it, and it's been an enjoyable series. I enjoyed that series more than I enjoyed watching Walking Dead because at the very least, this was not taking itself so seriously, and zombies were still a part of it.
Yes.
Walking Dead became what? It's a survival soap opera at the end of the day. And the zombies are just like, they might as well be trees, and every once in a while a tree falls down. It's just really, really bad. I mean, after that whole thing where Negan came on, and I was like, okay, and I've heard they killed Glenn, I was like, I don't need to watch this anymore. At least I'll catch up to it later.
When are
Fear
you
the
going to catch
Walking-
up to that?
You
When are you going
guys
to catch up to Walking Dead?
I'll catch up to it. It's sitting on the DVR. I'll catch up to it.
Because I fell out because I was watching Z Nation, and they did one episode on cannibalism. I turned to Walking Dead. They were just hinting about it. I was like, have to watch a whole season of cannibalism. I'm done. I can't sit around waiting for them to build up this plot like it's a freaking making stew. It's like, let's sit in there, slow cook it forever. It's like, come on, guys, have some fun. But anyway.
I mean, that's kind of weird because I saw like a couple episodes of Z Nation, and after seeing Walking Dead religiously for a couple of years, I couldn't watch it. It was just too jokey for me. It was just too fun. It's just you're the end of the world. People are dying all over. You have
what
zombies.
kind of man
you
are
trust
you?
humans.
You didn't want to see Warren?
It was refreshing.
I
For me, it
wanna
was
see
refreshing at the end of the day.
People feel that this is the end of the world and death is at every corner.
It is at every corner. They just had some jokes.
No,
Yes.
they killed off a good number of their cast was killed off.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and I think in better fashion than what I saw in The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because some of the characters, I was like, okay, fine. I really like this. I didn't realize this character was the fodder character. Okay, Fodder. That this character was going to be disposable. Okay, so they did a good job with that. Whereas on The Walking Dead, it's the cynical mobile at the end of the day. Nobody they meet is good. Everybody is out to kill everyone else. These weird people from out of nowhere. And then you put them in these situations where everyone should be dead, but they're not dead. Okay, but they're not dead at the end of the day. So if you're going to play that whole aspect of, well, we're going to have realism, as much as we can have fictional realism, then everybody should be dead at this point. And the only characters who we like are the characters who are the best killers.
Yeah.
Negan, okay, everybody likes him. Why? Because he's a good killer. Carol, everybody loves her not because she's a good survivalist, no, because she morphed into this excellent killer.
Really good killer.
What about the people? What about the people over there? I would love to see an episode where it's like, no, this guy's just a good survivalist. He's able to take what's around and make his way, and so on and so forth. No, it's about killing at the end of the day. And that aspect of it and the soap opera aspect of it was just like, I couldn't do it anymore.
I took a different take on that, because you have like the governor and you have Negan. They've developed societies where, what do you need to do to survive, right? And they have set up survival societies that are successful. One, Negan is taking from people. The governor, they basically, stayed in their own spot and control whatever they had to control.
Yeah, but what do they need to survive? They need to get rid of these zombies.
But the zombies is like a force of nature. You're not going to get rid of them. You got to learn to deal with them or get around them or something like that. It's not going to end.
Yeah, you can end. You can take the zombies out.
Are the zombies out in Z Nation? No, they're still there too.
But they're moving to every they're in constant travel, so they're always going to be running into them. Where they're slow walking through it, and then it's tough to compare because The Walking Dead is about having all these human moments and them talking and struggling with life and all this other stuff. With Z Nation, one thing that I like better is that when you find out that Tyrese dies, you go on the trade and you're like, oh my God, all right, he's going to be out the show. So you're watching and waiting for at the end of the season he's going to be gone. Z Nation, they're like, oh, we're getting rid of Warren's possible love interest, right? We don't see him. We think he's dead. They bring him back the next season, just delay the contract, and then when he goes, you're in this motion like, no, he's back. They had he's got to go. He's going. We understand. It's like, no, it's like he's still torn over his family. He lost all of his family, and he lost himself. And then and he did the same with Dark Matter, where it's like someone would die, and then they somehow find to bring the guy back. You're like, why watch TV? I just go to the trades. I know they're not coming back. Delay the contracts, and then you can put to death wherever you want it to be. Not, oh, okay, Tyrese is dead. I know at the end of the season, Tyrese is going to die. Whereas, play around with the contracts.
Yeah. And some of the characters, to be quite honest, are good. These are like, no, this guy, we should find a way to keep this guy. No. We have to keep it real. So that means people need to drop, with the exception of these three characters who are not going to die. Okay, so then after a while, okay, fine. But, I had a problem with Glenn. In the comic, I had a problem with Glenn dying. And the biggest problem, as much as I hate to admit this, is that the majority of the cast, if not all of the cast, was white. Glenn was the only person who wasn't white in the book that I was reading, with the exception of Michonne. And Michonne for me wasn't a big factor because, look, I had seen this type of character before. Yeah. Glenn, no. Okay? And, literally, Asian male lead, it's not that often. And they killed him. And then I was just sitting there like, okay, Glenn was a good character, liked him, brought a lot to the series, and they killed him. And why do you kill Glenn? Because, okay, to remind anybody could be taken out, except Rick. Yeah. Okay? Or Michonne. Okay? Or Carl. They're not going to, those guys are not going to die. And I just felt that was for me, it was just a step too far. I said, because they're not, I don't like saying it either. You know, I really don't like breaking it down to a racial component. But for me in that one, it was a racial component because there's nobody else. Yeah. Okay, there's nobody else. There was nobody else but Glenn. They don't bump into anybody else who looks like Glenn. It's just Glenn. For all I know, he's the last person, and you killed him. Yes, I had an issue. I had an issue with that. I didn't like it on the show. I didn't like it. I just didn't like that they followed that either, because they had situations on the show where they decided, okay, we're going to change this. We'll change that. You know, Rick is not going to lose a hand because that's just be too much for us to have to shoot. You know, on a regular basis. You know, we'll do this. We'll link up Rick and Michonne. We're going to get them together. Okay, so you played around with that. But this one right over here, you had to stay with, and they double dipped on it. Because they made you think that he died in one situation and he made it through, only to get taken out by Negan. And then, you know, who's this dude? The dude with the mullet? He's going to live? I was like, he's going to live? Nah, kill him.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we digress so far from where we initially started.
No, we got the good point. We hadn't built on the Z Nation.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Talk about Walking Dead in a while.
The shows, okay, for the most part, the shows and the films this year were mediocre. So it's hard to put a list together when they're pretty much all here at the end of the day. You know, were they enjoyable? Yeah, they were enjoyable. But standouts, I mean, what can I say? We've been getting a lot of superhero films. So they're going to have to work a little bit harder. It would have been different to say like Captain America, not the Winter Soldier. What was the last one? Civil War. If Captain America Civil War was out this year, that would easily be my top film in comparison to everything else. Easily.
It was not as good as
in comparison to what came out this year? Yeah,
I think
easily.
I mean, one of the things you have Logan going against basically.
I don't know what's up with you and Logan, man.
Come on, man.
It wasn't.
Wonder Woman was a good movie too. You know what I'm trying to say?
You already said that Wonder Woman's a great movie because you got to go home.
Hey, doesn't matter. Everybody got to go home, right? You know what I'm trying to say? So, ladies and gents, that's our
another
list.
rough one.
And it's our list of best shows, our list of top movies, and our list of what happened with the Z Nation and the we just started talking about it.
It's our list.
I said, yeah, that was on the list, and we brought up another show that everyone likes.
Come on, be honest. It's what you tune in for. You don't tune in for the topic. You want to hear us digress. And we digress like nobody else.
Nobody else. Spin Rack, out.